like health reform, passing health care, creating millions of jobs, slashing the unemployment rate, lifting millions of people out of poverty, expanding LGBT rights so marriage equality is now the law of the land. I could go on. Expanding LGBT rights so marriage equality is now the law of the land. I could go on. Expanding LGBT rights so marriage equality is now the law of the land. I could go on. Expanding LGBT rights so marriage equality is now the law of the land. I could go on. But even after all this progress, it's understandable that folks are feeling a little uncertain as we face this next transition. So the question is, how do we sort through all the negativity, all the name calling in this election and choose the right person to lead our country forward?
I come here today to talk about how I feel. And I feel like that we are treated differently than other people, and I don't like how we're treated, and just because of our color doesn't mean anything to me. I believe that
you're doing great. You're doing a great job.
Don't stop. Do not stop.
we are black people and we shouldn't have to feel like this. We shouldn't have to protest because y'all are treating us wrong. We do this because we need to and have rights.
Go ahead, let her talk. Go ahead.
I've been born and raised in Charlotte, and I never felt this way till now. And I can't stand how we're treated. And it's a shame that our fathers and mothers are killed, and we can't even see them anymore.
That's right.
It's a shame that we have to go to the graveyard and bury them. And we have tears, and we shouldn't have tears. We need our fathers and mothers to be by our side.
What's up, world? It's your man, MrSan44Man, seen in over 202 countries and provinces around the world. You're tuned in to the Detorit Raw show right here, only on YouTube. Who do you think gonna work for you in your household, in your family, in your life? Who you think they're gonna make it better for you? We done voted for a lot of people, y'all, and I done already told y'all we got that temporary voting pass, remember? Because Bush pushed it up 50 more years later. But what did I tell you? Huh? What did I tell you? What did I tell all of y'all all these years? Huh? America is a prejudiced, racist country. Now we got these house niggas sitting back, you know, trying to vote for Donald Trump. So therefore, we don't have full voting rights. And aren't these candidates talking more about what their personal life is than what you and me is going through? Why is that? And you want me to vote for you? We're going to talk about that. You're tuned into the Detorit Raw show, one of the hottest shows seen in the city of Detroit, coming out of the city of Detroit, around the world in over 202 countries and provinces. You're tuned in with your man, the one and only, MrSan44Man. Hey, check this out. We got something to talk about, world. about to go down.
MrSan44Man right here, only on YouTube with your man. That baby at the Lions game in Cincinnati. We gonna get y'all, Cincinnati.
What you say your name is? Tell the world. Wisconsin Slappy from Homicide?
Yes, sir.
Woo-wee. Y'all don't want her on y'all trail. Y'all killers.
No, you don't.
Out there want to be killers and then get to court and want to beg for mercy. Dig that. Should've took your ass to work.
It's racist.
I listened a few comments from him when he was my boss, but I don't want to talk about it because it's something too much rude for the Black community, and I respect a lot that things.
So not just against Latinos, you're saying Blacks, African Americans as well?
Yes. He don't like that either. He's trying to make distractions. And now he's in the churches. He's ridiculous.
Okay, so this is dash cam video from Fresno, California, and it shows the moments that a highway patrol officer was attacked while in his car. That officer had pulled up to a group of about 80 people, as you can see here in the video. They were standing in the middle of an intersection watching cars do donuts. The officer walks up to that Chevy Tahoe, tried to get the driver to turn off his car. The Tahoe driver took off, and when the officer got back in his car, things turned violent. The officer was not hurt, and police have since arrested 3 people. Pope Francis is weighing in on transgender Catholics in the U.S. and the U.S. elections. The Pope was speaking to reporters on a return flight to Rome, and he said that Jesus would never turn away homosexual and transgender faithfuls. He added priests should accompany them spiritually, even if they undergo sex change operations, sin, and repent. When reporters changed the subject to the upcoming U.S. presidential election, the Pope was a little less willing to comment. He said that American Catholics should study the issues, pray, and choose with a conscience. Pope Francis said that he would never interfere in an electoral campaign.
Well, if you were watching Sunday's Lions versus Bears game, you know that the Lions lost 17-14 to the Bears, but you may not have known that a different kind of tackle was made during one of the timeouts. A fan dressed in a gorilla suit ran onto Soldier Field during the 4th quarter. Here you see it. The person also wore a t-shirt that read, "All Lives Matter" on the front and put the guns down on the back. You can see he kind of lost his balance, and there was a takedown by all the officials. Quickly apprehended from the 40-yard line, right in front of the Lions bench, by the way. No word on if any charges will be filed.
I'm trying to understand, did nobody see the quick wardrobe change there? You know, like even if you went to the bathroom and then decided to come on down.
How did he get that far?
Exactly. You know, it's not like the people who like go down and then they want to streak or take off their shirt or whatever. He
was in a
gorilla suit.
Exactly.
You know?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that the Pope found it easier to talk about transgender and religion than our politics.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that the Pope found it easier to talk about transgender and religion than our politics.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that the Pope found it easier to talk about transgender and religion than our politics.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that the Pope found it easier to talk about transgender and religion than our politics.
How
Wow.
crazy our how
Wow.
crazy our how
Wow.
crazy our how
Wow.
crazy our politics are right now in the United States.
So did y'all check out that presidential debate? What you think? Did they take care of what you thought they was gonna take care of? Or was it a bunch of bullshit? Huh? Come on now, talk to me. So now, what did y'all think about Donald Trump and Hillary about what they had to say? You one of those people, one of my fans that didn't see that election? Or I should say debate? For real? You didn't check out the presidential debate? Wow. But you know what? Your man, MrSan44Man, I ain't even mad at you. Do you? Because I already told you what I'm about to do, me and my family. I don't give a fuck. But in case you didn't see it last night, I'm gonna show you what mainstream America saying today. Check this out.
Tonight, historic showdown. All the fireworks, the fact checks, and the fallout from the first clash between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. The most watched debate in American history. Plus, the former beauty queen thrown into the debate crossfire. Trump doubling down his attacks on her appearance. Nightly News begins right now. Good evening. campaign that has all year long defied political norms and ignited rare levels of vitriol charted new history last night, the largest U.S. TV audience for a presidential debate in history. More than 80 million people watched on TV and millions more via the internet for the long-awaited showdown between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, who are back on the road tonight doing what campaigns do following debates, declaring victory, in this case after a brawling 90 minutes that touched nearly every raw nerve between them. There is a lot to cover on this night after the debate. We start with NBC's Peter Alexander.
The face-off fierce, the contrast unmistakable. Hillary Clinton's planned attacks.
Well, Donald, I know you live in your own reality, but that is not the facts.
Against Donald Trump's freewheeling jabs.
She's got experience, that I agree, but it's bad experience.
Tuning in a record 80 million plus viewers watching pivotal moments that could last until Election Day. Trump giving his critics more ammunition on his hidden tax returns, appearing to acknowledge in multiple years he paid no federal taxes.
That makes
if
me
he's
smart.
paid zero, that means zero for troops, zero for vets, zero for schools or health.
And once again under fire for his treatment of women, including Alicia Machado, a former Miss Universe.
He called this woman Miss Piggy. Then he called her Miss Housekeeping because she was Latina.
Clinton still dogged by her email controversy.
It was a mistake, and I take responsibility for that.
That was more than a mistake. That was done purposely. When you have the man that set up the illegal server taking the fifth, I think it's disgraceful.
Both candidates at times tripping up on their own record on the Iraq War.
Donald supported the invasion of Iraq.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Proved over and over again.
In fact, it's true. Trump supported an invasion in 2002 before the war. Clinton on the defensive on trade.
You called it the gold standard of trade deals. You said it's the finest deal you've ever seen.
The facts are, I did say I hoped it would be.
Not true. She praised the Trans-Pacific deal as the gold standard before opposing it. Finally, on the birther conspiracy theory.
We're talking about racial healing in this segment. What do you say to Americans?
Well, it was I say nothing. I say nothing because I was able to get him to produce it.
Trump once again fueling outrage, blaming Clinton's 2008 campaign for starting the controversy.
They were pressing it very hard.
That Trump claim, according to PolitiFact, also not true. After a contentious night, MSNBC's Jacob Soboroff with our focus group in Battleground, Ohio, finding few minds swayed.
In my opinion, there was no big change either way.
I would agree. Clinton was Clinton, Trump was Trump. We've seen these personalities.
And Donald Trump certainly doesn't lack for detractors, but his feisty performance last night only served to motivate his biggest supporters. The campaign telling me tonight that it's raised more than $16 million, Lester, in just the last 24 hours.
Thank you. And one of the moments from last night that has so many people talking came in what we just saw a moment ago, Clinton attacking Trump for his past remarks about a former Miss Universe's weight. Now we're hearing from that beauty pageant winner while Trump refuses to back down from his comments. Let's get more from NBC's Katie Tur.
Donald Trump isn't sorry for disparaging remarks about a Miss Universe winner 20 years ago. This morning, doing it again, telling Fox News after Alicia Machado was crowned, she was anything but his ideal pageant queen.
She gained a massive amount of weight, and it was a real problem.
Hillary Clinton intended to debate Trump with Machado last night, and she did.
Donald, she has a name.
Where did you find
Her
this?
name
Where
is
did you find
Alicia
this?
Machado.
Machado won Miss Universe when she was 19. Trump was 50 at the time and said this to Howard Stern in 1997.
She gained about 55 pounds in a period of 9 months. She was like an eating machine.
It made for an easy target for Clinton, who wants women to see her rival as a misogynist. Clinton releasing this ad an hour after the debate, highlighting a photo op of Trump and Machado at a gym, and organizing a conference call with Machado and reporters today.
My story, how Miss Universe with this person can open eyes in these elections.
In 16 months of his campaign, Trump's never polled well with women. In our latest poll, down 14 points.
Trump gave Hillary Clinton's campaign a huge gift by acting like a misogynistic bully last night.
But the Trump campaign is saying Clinton was the real loser last night. She was canned, scripted, and overprepared, and warned he can always hit back harder if he wants to.
Hillary Clinton, meanwhile, is trying to seize the post-debate momentum as she and her surrogates continue to unleash on Trump today. Let's get more from NBC's Andrea Mitchell.
Tonight, Hillary Clinton back on the trail and sounding confident.
Did anybody see that debate last night? Oh, yes. One down, two to go.
As her heavy hitters fanned out across battleground states, declaring her the debate winner.
I was really proud of her last night.
Donald Trump's painfully uninformed.
Clinton rallying young voters. Her lead over Trump with millennials dropping 19 points since last month.
Clinton seemed very programmed. She seemed like she was reading off of something, even though obviously she wasn't, but it seemed very robotic. And I thought Trump was very passionate and natural.
Clinton believes other women saw the debate differently.
What about the way he kept interrupting and the way he answered the question about gender? Do you think women would react to that?
Well, I think his demeanor, his temperament, his behavior on the stage could be seen by everybody.
A key turning point, the campaign thinks Clinton got under Trump's skin early in the debate with this dig.
He started his business with $14 million borrowed from his father.
My father gave me a very small loan in 1975.
A moment that came after days of debate prep with her former aide Philippe Reines playing Trump. In fact, when Clinton walked off the stage, she told her team Trump sounded just like Philippe.
You're tuned in to the Detroit Raw Show, one of the hottest shows seen in the city of Detroit, coming out of the city of Detroit in 202 countries and provinces around the world. With me, your man, MrSan44Man. Cut. You're tuned in to the Detroit Raw Show, one of the hottest shows seen in the city of Detroit, coming out of the city of Detroit in over 202 countries and provinces around the world. With me, your man, the one and only, MrSan44Man. Y'all come on back. We got some more to talk about. Part 2. Your man, MrSan44Man, back here with ya. So what you think? Huh? Were they really saying what y'all thought that they was gonna say? Like I was telling y'all, you know damn well. These two individuals are super rich Americans. One white, racist, super racist motherfucker. And then you got a lying ass on the other side, lying like a motherfucker. So I'm like, while I'm checking it out, I was like, it was real weird the way this debate went. You know what I'm saying, world? It was just so weird about Donald Trump's comment, especially when it came to the African American community. I really had a problem with law and order. Let me tell you, when he said that, I was like, what? Law and order? Oh, but they didn't show that on the news while I showed y'all. So if you didn't see the debate, you won't know about what he said. Oh, well, never fear, your man MrSan44Man is here. Check out this fucked up bean footage. Roll that beautiful bean footage, would you?
Lists and watch lists, and when people are on there, even if they shouldn't be on there, we'll help them legally, we'll help them get off. But I tend to agree with that quite strongly. I do want to bring up the fact that you were the one that brought up the word super predator about young black youth, and that's a term that I think was it's been horribly met, as you know. I think you've apologized for it, but I think it was a terrible thing to say. And when it comes to stop and frisk, you know, you're talking about taking guns away. Well, I'm talking about taking guns away from gangs and people that use them. And I really don't think you disagree with me on this, if you want to know the truth. I think maybe there's a political reason why you can't say it, but I really don't believe. In New York City, stop and frisk, we had 2,200 murders, and stop and frisk brought it down to 500 murders. 500 murders is a lot of murders. Hard to believe. 500 is like supposed to be good. But we went from 2,200 to 500, and it was continued on by Mayor Bloomberg, and it was terminated by current mayor. But stop and frisk had a tremendous impact on the safety of New York City, tremendous beyond belief. So when you say it has no impact, it really did. It had a very, very big impact.
Well, it's also fair to say, if we're going to talk about mayors, that Under the current mayor, crime has continued to drop, including murders. So there is.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not.
Murders are up. All right, you check.
New York has done an excellent job, and I give credit. I give credit across the board, going back to mayors, to police chiefs, because it has worked, and other communities need to come together to do what will work as well. Look, one murder is too many. But it is important that we learn about what has been effective and not go to things that sound good that really did not have the kind of impact that we would want. Who disagrees with keeping neighborhoods safe? But let's also add, no one should disagree about respecting the rights of young men who live in those neighborhoods. And so we need to do a better job of working again with the communities, faith communities, business communities, as well as the police to try to deal with this problem.
This conversation is about race, and so, Mr. Trump, I have to ask you.
But I'd like to just respond, if I might.
Please, 20 seconds.
I'd just like to respond.
Please respond, then I've got to follow up.
Look, the African American community has been let down by our politicians. They talk good around election time, like right now, and after the election, they said, see you later, I'll see you in 4 years. The African American community, look, the community within the inner cities has been so badly treated. They've been abused and used in order to get votes by Democrat politicians, because that's what it is. They've controlled these communities for up to 100 years.
Mr. Trump, let me...
Unbroken. And I will tell you, you look at the inner cities, and I just left Detroit, and I just left Philadelphia, and I just, you know, you've seen me. I've been all over the place. You decided to stay home, and that's okay. But I will tell you, I've been all over, and I've met some of the greatest people I'll ever meet within these communities, and they are very, very upset with what their politicians have told them and what their politicians have done.
So what you think, world? Did y'all have a problem with that, or was you cool with that? Law and order. So I'm taking it that it's too many of us niggas to put on the ship to send back to Africa. So I'm taking it that he's saying that he's gonna use law and order to get us in check. Don't you think law and order has already been getting us in check? So now we gotta have stress on top of the crooked ass cops that we got killing our black asses on a regular daily basis, mind you, too, since this presidential election shit been going on. So I'm saying to myself, well, if Donald Trump is gonna be the new president, I'm kind of fucked up about the way he's talking about bringing in this law and order shit. Law and order, what the fuck that's supposed to mean? Does that mean that this is gonna happen right here, like this state trooper that's rolling by me right now? Huh? He really want to say something to me, but what the fuck can you say? I ain't did shit, I ain't doing shit, but your ass on the shit. You on top of that shit, because I'm out here. And I'm out here for you, America. I'm out here for you, Black America. I'm out here for whomever is on the side to help us black people come up. Now I know that we as black people, we don't get along. Stop playing with yourselves. You say, yes we do, we get along, we shall overcome. Bitch, stop playing with me. I'm sick of that shit. I've been listening to that shit all my life, back in the fucking 60s. I'm tired of hearing that bullshit. We ain't gonna fucking overcome until we overcome in our own fucking communities. Are you a fucking fool? Stop doing this bullshit for the goddamn mainstream American cameras. So you can sit up there with your raggedy buzz, goddamn saw mouth, with your teeth all fucked up, talking to the motherfucking American people. The world on some cases. And on some cases, y'all sit back and just, our children. You know, I got shown something today. Some girl on Facebook said she the prettiest girl on Facebook. Sitting there with a bra and everything. Sisters, let me ask y'all a question. And this is on some real 100% shit. Do the Asian women... I didn't want to say anything about Hillary's children because they're friends with mine. Wow. Wasn't that so comforting, like they're in bed together? Ain't that a bitch? What about the people out here? You made 650-something million. Hillary getting all these super-sized millions. And you talking about representing us? How you gonna represent us? We broke. Don't have what y'all have. Who the fuck got enough money to say they wrong? Who? Your mans don't. I'm just a little nigga. In this term, because I ain't with mainstream America. I'm hood rich. 5, 6, and 7 figures. That's just me. Them niggas 8, 9, 10, 11. I ain't at that rate. 5, 6, 7. That's your man. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's Hillary and Trump. So who got enough money to fight them? Who got enough money to say they wrong? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But my thing is like this. The middle class, you better watch yourself. Because if Donald Trump becomes the president, it's O-V-E-R. Over. You know, got a lot of cats out here. I can't even work with other brothers that's in the same position I am. Because, you know, you got these players that got a nut. They got their nuts on a player. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to see a nigga fall out the game. Y'all know niggas, I smoke real good and I keep balling on these suckers. So, bitch, I suggest you do the same. I'm Sandman, nigga. I'm hustling every day. Sandman is my name. Hustling is my game. Everybody in this city know my fucking name. I got rappers talking about the way I live my life. But it's up to you to live that life too. You can't fake and shake it. You gotta really be about it. You gotta get your ass out here every day like you broke. Brothers. Yeah, I make 5, 6, 7 figures, but you know what? I get my ass up at 4, 5 every fucking morning and act like I ain't got shit. Cause 9 times out of 10, I ain't. Cause mainstream America tries to put they nuts on a player, wanna see a nigga fall out the game. And like I said, I stay smoking too good and stay balling on these suckers. So bitch, I suggest you do the same. But everybody say, I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler. Yeah, all right. That's you. But hustle to help other people too. Because I help other people when I hustle. Y'all seen me with the little kids, the Detroit public school kids, when they asses was getting robbed by they motherfucking principals. The teachers was going on strike. Me and my wife and family went and took pizza and fed them. Showed them we cared about them. Y'all remember that. But the thing is, y'all talking about y'all balling out of control, but y'all ain't doing nothing to help the community. So how we gonna make something happen if just a few of y'all walk on with y'all's and then leave everybody else behind? Do you think mainstream America gonna help? Hey, I done said enough. It's 7:30. Y'all will probably see this tomorrow if I get tired, because I'm tired, world. I'm sick and fucking tired. I really am. The lying, the deception, the racism, you know, it's just a little too much. It's a little too much for me.